doing, guys? Back with another review. Today we're going to talk about Godzilla King of the Monsters. So, first off, I want to say I don't really do movie reviews. I think I did a couple movie-related things here and there over the past 6-7 years or whatever it's been. But I'm not a movie critic. I'm not a movie reviewer. I'd rather just talk about the things maybe I like, didn't like, whatever. Additionally, I'm a Godzilla fan. Okay? If you're watching me, I am not just a casual Godzilla fan. I'm a Godzilla fan. So the first thing, actually, let's back up. Let's talk about the movie. How about that? I'm gonna say right off the bat, I love the fucking movie. Okay, excuse my French. I loved it. It was awesome from start to finish. It was awesome. We all know how the story goes. Boom, you get in the theater. A little reminiscent of San Francisco, Mothra. Then they wake up Ghidorah in Antarctica, and then Rodan, and then boom, Godzilla, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I don't need to rehash the whole movie for you. There's just a couple things that I'll point out as we go here. And I don't really want to waste too much time. So, yes, the human plot was stupid. It really was. Emma Russell, her idea was to become like Thanos, Mistress Death. She's like talking about bringing balance back to the Earth, to the planet, by awakening the monsters. That's, like I said, she'd be a good girlfriend for Thanos. So that's why I created this image that I posted on Twitter that went crazy, which is funny. But it was an idea that I was thinking about while watching the movie. I was like, she's like Thanos. She's like, she needs the Infinity Gauntlet. And then my buddy Greg is like, yeah, somebody needs to, Photoshop the Infinity Gauntlet on Emma. And that's what I did. But literally, her method of thinking for the human plot, it's just stupid. It just really, but does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. It's a Godzilla movie. So let's think back to Mothra versus Godzilla. My favorite Godzilla movie. Did that have a stupid plot? Yeah, it did. Because some Japanese businessman thought it would be a good idea to encase a giant monster egg and turn it into a freak show. Like a little, you go look at the egg. Oh my God. Did he not think it's going to hatch? Did he not think it's going to draw another monster? Mothra. Did he not think it was going to attract an enemy monster? Godzilla. No, that's not stupid at all, right? Come on. Even I could admit that. So the human plot, yeah, it was dumb. There was a couple things that were stupid, like the orca thing. Why was nobody watching it when Madison stole it? Kids, what are you going to do? So I could acknowledge that this plot was stupid. I can acknowledge, there was things that just didn't add up. Like, how did King Ghidorah step on the orca, and yet it still was repairable? Not like my buddy Brendan said, that they're fixing it in the rain at Fenway Park. Who cares? Just have fun with the freaking movie. I thought the special effects were awesome. The movie was loaded with monster action, Titan action, kaiju action, whatever we're going to call it. People bitched in 2014, not enough Godzilla, and they bitched about the feet. Shin Godzilla comes out. Boom. People are bitching about too much human story, too many meetings, not enough Godzilla. Boom. Godzilla King of the Monsters comes out. Bam. People bitching too much monster action, not enough human acting. What do you want? You want that cardboard cutout Brody to come back? No thanks. Yeah, sure. They made a little nod to USS Brody. I hope that ship sunk because... Ugh. So we can't make everybody happy, okay? We understand that. 35 Godzilla movies, 65 years. There's something out there for everybody, okay? Good. But overall, I had a lot of fun with the movie. There's so many awesome things about this movie. This Godzilla movie was the most fun I had watching a Godzilla movie in a long, long time. Most fun I've had at the movie theater watching a Godzilla movie, even though the only ones I've seen is Godzilla 98, garbage, walked out of that feeling like crap, Godzilla 2000, Shin Godzilla, Godzilla 2014, and now King of the Monsters. So 5 Godzilla movies in the theater. King of the Monsters by far, easily, miles, the best one I've had at the theater. The soundtrack, let's talk about the soundtrack. Oh my God. Now, the soundtrack was released like a week before, so I avoided that as best as I possibly can, because I'm like, why are they releasing the soundtrack before the movie comes out? Because it's got the track listing, which is also a method to tell you how the movie's going to play out. When you got Battle in Boston, or Ghidorah Rises, or whatever, Rebirth, Redemption, come on. They should have waited like maybe a week until after the movie came out. So that kind of bugged me, but the soundtrack was amazing. All the nods back to Akira Ifukube, Ifukube themes, specifically Godzilla's theme and Mothra's theme, which I didn't pick up until later on in the movie when I caught Mothra's theme for the second time. I missed it the first time. So awesome! I got goosebumps when Mothra was born as an adult. Because the Mothra theme kicked in. It's really beautiful, and I got a whole body full of goosebumps. So that was awesome. Hearing the Godzilla theme was great. Oh, the way the movie started, you got the title cards coming up, and then black screen, Godzilla's roar, reminded me of some of the Heisei films that started off with Godzilla's roar. Really, really awesome. Goosebumps for that, and I kind of sat there for most of the movie like this because I had low expectations. Why did I have low expectations? Because this is where I'm going to hit Legendary and Warner Brothers, is because they did give away most of the movie in the freaking trailers. Big mistake. Big freaking mistake. I love the way Avengers Endgame was marketed because they didn't really tell you anything. Not that you needed to know, because everything was already set up prior in Avengers Infinity War, but they kept the trailers subtle. So Godzilla King of Monsters, the trailer came out in July of 2018. It was awesome. I was like, okay, you've got my attention. I don't even want to see any more trailers. But the second trailer came out. I was like, all right, that's awesome. Rodan's coming out of the freaking volcano. We're seeing Godzilla's dorsal plates, whatever. Awesome. But the trailers got more consistent, and, the closer to the movie's release, and they started showing more in the trailers. I'm like, please stop. I feel like you're showing the whole movie. We see, Mothra and Rodan fighting, Mothra and Ghidorah fighting, Rodan and Ghidorah fighting. I'm like, they're showing the whole movie. Like, stop. It was ruining it. And then they had that 5-minute, piece on HBO for Game of Thrones, and I'm like, come on. Of course I got sucked into watching that because people don't know how to not post anything on the freaking internet or Facebook. So it's everywhere. It's like, it's hard. How do you avoid it? So I was really kind of pissed off because my hype levels, you can ask a couple of my friends, I was kind of in the dumps, going up to the movie. Literally, like the day of, I was excited, but I was like, I feel like I've seen the whole thing already. They should not have shown so much in the trailers. Too much. Because it told story. But I will say, the trailers were not able to tell the story that you see on the big screen. Because, oh my God, what a ride it was. I loved all the kaiju designs. Rodan, by far, I don't know, he kind of stole the show for me. His theme, too, especially, when he comes out of the volcano, leading up to his battle with Ghidorah, awesome. I've been listening to that track the most on the soundtrack, so that was cool. Would have been cool if we got a little bit of the Akira Ifukube theme for Rodan, and it would have been cool if we heard a little bit classic Rodan roar. I thought we heard it at the very last scene of the movie when Rodan's bowing down to Godzilla, which was pretty cool. There's so much to talk about. Godzilla's design was awesome. I really love the updated dorsal plates. Call back to the 1954 design. Very, very touching. Very awesome that they did that. And there's a good point in the movie, how they explain how his dorsal plates change because when he's down and sleeping in his, underwater home, he's evolving and changing, growing, blah, 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 blah. So that works. Mothra's design was cool. I really liked her larva stage because she was really vicious. She was like, I ain't taking none of you little maggot shits. Spraying guys with the web and everything. And, of course, Ghidorah, massive, massive monster. Awesome with the personalities, that each head had. But this is something that they were boosting. The production was boosting. Yeah, the Ghidorah heads have this personality. Each one head is different, which was funny. One was the center head was in charge, the left head was kind of like the doofus, and the other one, the right head, was more like just going with the flow. I really like the idea that they gave Ghidorah regenerative abilities, which was cool because when Godzilla bit off the left head in the movie, I'm like, wow, really? We're going like that fast? We're gonna have just one head already gone? So when Ghidorah's standing on top of the volcano and all of a sudden out farts another head, I'm like, all right, that's freaking cool, dope, because I did not want to see Ghidorah, that weak already so early in the film. Yeah, so I love the movie. It was a lot of fun. What else? The whole, other kaiju responding to, one alpha predator or one alpha, cool idea. Ghidorah waking up all the other Titans monsters was neat because then he decided, let's reshape the Earth to my fitting. Kind of like back to Final Wars callback with the Exilians, but a little nod. But that's usually, what aliens do. They want to take over the planet and make it for themselves. Okay? Lots of cool nods, little subtle nods to Skull Island and Kong for what's going to come up next March for Godzilla vs. Kong. What else? So I love the movie. I really have no complaints. Yeah, again, the subplot was stupid with the humans. The acting was by far better. The one scientist, I forget his name, he was making all the silly one-liners. I had no problem with that. I laughed at every one of his lines. Some people are losing their shit over the whole gonorrhea remark when Chen said Ghidorah, I laughed, but I'm like, oh my God, did they really just say that? I laughed, but laughed at it like that's so stupid. But he had a bunch of other funny lines, I thought. I don't know. I have that stupid sense of humor, so that's just me. What's her name? Millie Bobby Brown. She was good. She mostly screamed, And then her parents were pretty, they served their purpose. Again, a lot of stupid stuff. Like why they thought it was important to land the V-22 Osprey in the middle of Fenway Park after it's been destroyed in the middle of Godzilla and Ghidorah fighting. Was that a good idea? I don't know. You'd have to ask them. Another thing I want to say was awesome because we were watching the movie 7 o'clock Thursday night, and it was like, holy shit, we're watching this live. I leaned over to some friends. I was like, wow, this is really happening. I was like, we're about 20 miles north of downtown Boston right now. We're okay. But it's amazing. We're watching this live. It was really great. And the reconstruction process of downtown Boston, it's not going to happen. The whole city's just radiated. It's horrible. There's Bostonians running around, wicked, pissa, mutating and shit. It's horrible. Get out, people. And what else? I love the movie. I wrote some notes down and I forgot them. I don't have them with me right now. But it's I'm just shooting from the hip here. I will mention the critics in the box office. Seriously, everybody bitching, and I'm going to be a little blunt here. Everybody bitching about the critics in the box office, shut the fuck up. Seriously, this was a Godzilla movie. This is exactly what a Godzilla movie should have been. My opinion, don't hold that to any standard, but my opinion. If the critics don't like it, then Legendary and Warner Brothers did the job. Boom, okay? Because I remember looking at the TV Guide when I was a kid, going to the back section of where all the movies were listed, looking for Godzilla movies where they're going to be on, like TNT, Monster Vision. And I remember thinking about this. Why do they have 1 and 2 stars? Because the critics never liked Godzilla movies. Never. So get over that shit. Don't worry about what the critics say. The critics don't matter. The stupid Rotten Tomatoes score, whatever with them. It don't matter. It matters, but I love the movie. If you enjoyed the movie, we did a poll on the Godzilla group, whatever you want to pronounce it. There was 11 people out of 600 that said they didn't like the movie. Great. It's not for everybody. You don't have to like it or love it. But please, stop bitching about the critics. Stop bitching about the box office. Yeah, I would have hoped that the movie made $100 million its first weekend, but it didn't. But that's okay. I saw the movie twice. I'm hopefully going to see it again. Time is recording one more time before they pull it. But let it go. We already got guaranteed Godzilla vs. Kong next March. 10 months away. Boom. Okay? If we get any more movies after that, that's a blessing. That is. Take it for what it is. Enjoy it in the moment now. Stop worrying about, I want more God. Yeah, we all want more Godzilla movies. Of course we do. But there has to be, yes, in the aspect of the box office and the critics, yeah, there has to be a wider audience interest, okay? But I don't care. I'm not going to be here forever. So if they're still making Godzilla movies after I'm snapped to dust, I can't do nothing about it. So just enjoy the movie, people. Stop worrying about the box office. Stop with the stupid post. It's annoying. Jesus. Fun with it. Anyway, all right. So I'm going to stop rambling there. I got another figure review to do. But that's really it. That's all I got. Thank you for watching. Hit me up in the comments section. If I forgot something, we'll shoot the shit back and forth. And that's that. Bam!